Welcome to Storytime with Gwendolyn. I am the Gwendolyn, and today I will be telling you a story. First, I would like to introduce you to our special guest. The very first special guest is my adult beverage. I invite you to make your own alcoholic beverage. It is apple pie, which is made of Fireball. It's delicious. Vanilla vodka, apple juice, non-alcoholic apple juice, and alcoholic apple juice. And it's got 2 ice cubes, and it is delicious. I also want to introduce you to my lovely unicorn onesie. It was given to me by my good friend Sarah, who's wonderful. Hello to Sarah. And it's got unicorns on it. I think you can probably see them, and they just gallop along. And there's rainbows and hearts. And there's a hood. See? I also would like to introduce you to a special guest today, and that is Skittles Unicorn. This is Skittles. Say hi, Skittles. Hi, Skittles. Skittles is a very floppy unicorn. He doesn't have any bones. But Skittles has a very nice little heart-shaped thing. I don't know if that's how unicorns sound. Upside down. Today's very special story in our series, because today is the first night of a story a day until Gwendolynmas. Gwendolynmas being, of course, December 25th, because that is my birthday. And this year I'm planning on being 22. So this is Skittles. This is my adult beverage. This is my onesie. Welcome to Storytime with Gwendolyn. I invite you to make your own adult beverage. I'll wait. I love you, Skittles. Yes, I love you, Skittles. Yes, I love you, Gwendolyn. Here's your... Done. Put it off. Put it on. Put it off. Put it on. Put it off. Are you back with your adult beverage? I hope you are. Oh, Skittles, come back here. Today, I will be reading a story they got from the library. Support your local library. It is by Michelle Robinson, illustrated by Leonie Lord. It is called Ding Dong Gorilla! I have not read yet this book. I wanted it to be a surprise, and I wanted us to read it all together. So, welcome to A Story a Night Until Gwendolynmas with our first story, Ding Dong Gorilla! Ding Dong Gorilla! It's very exciting. You know, we ordered a pizza? A great big one with extra cheese? Well, I'm afraid I have some bad news. He's very afraid that he has some bad news. You see, while you were upstairs getting ready for dinner, the doorbell rang. I wonder who's going to be at the door. I thought it must be the pizza boy, so I answered it. There's a cat in that picture. The cat is a little cross-eyed. It was definitely not the pizza boy. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for who it might be. If it wasn't the pizza boy, it could be anybody. It was not the pizza boy. I didn't invite the gorilla in. He just barged right past me. He went straight to my toy box and dumped everything out to get at the crayons. The crayons were at the bottom of the toy box. He did lots of coloring, but he wasn't very good at staying between the lines. But that's not the bad news. There's all the coloring. I think the wall's a good place to color. Like, look at this nice wall behind me. Look at my shadow. It's a dog. When the gorilla got bored, he stomped off to watch TV. Oh, look at what he's watching. That's the best. Can you see it? He's watching. Gata! He went through all my movies, but at least he put them away afterwards. That's very important. Just not in the right places! That's not the bad news either. Look at all the places he put the movies. That's ridiculous. Next, the gorilla wanted to play dress up. I couldn't stop him! He put on all of my clothes, and most of yours too. What? I didn't... Wait a second. No, you know that's not my clothes, because I don't have things that are yellow. I have things that are green. And pink with a onesie. Then he left them in a dirty pile on my bedroom floor. There's randomly bolded words in this story. I don't know if you know that, but I am reading them as written. But even that's not such bad news. At least he washed some of them. Put them in the washer. I thought perhaps the gorilla was overexcited, so I sent him outside to get some air. Drink break. Next page. But he got some fresh flowers instead. The garden doesn't look so pretty anymore. But the bouquet's beautiful. The gorilla wanted to play soccer next, but it was getting dark. That's him playing soccer in the dark. I told you, like, some of the words are just, they're bigger. I have to read it. That way. So we came back inside. It wasn't me who broke the vase! There's a vase. Or the window, or the chair, and that still isn't the bad news. Oh no. Oh no! What's gonna happen? By now the gorilla was getting really hungry. I was a bit scared, but he wasn't interested in me. That's a relief. Gorillas shouldn't eat people. He wanted to bake a chocolate cake! He had just turned on the blender when the doorbell rang again! There's chocolate cake and the blender! And there's eyes randomly! This time it really was a pizza boy! He looked surprised to see us. He ran away before I could pay him. I suppose that's quite good news, really. You get free pizza. The gorilla ran away when he heard you coming downstairs. Is this book about me? I thought this book was about gorilla. So you probably won't believe that he made all this mess. You are bound to blame me and send me to bed without any pizza. And the gorilla is sneaking away. But the bad news is... Uh-oh, look at what cute shoes I have. Those are cute. The bad news is... there isn't any left. The pizza is gone. Except for an anchovy. Alright. Raise your hand if you actually order anchovies. I can't see you, but I'm going to assume that none of you raised your hands. Guys, that's the end of the book. There isn't any left, and then the end of the book. So what happened? The gorilla left? I have so many questions. So what happened? This is what I want to know. What happened to the chocolate cake? They're going to bake a chocolate cake, and they just put it in the blender. Number one, I have made a chocolate cake before, but I have never made it in a blender. Number two, does this imply that he made a big mess with the blender and that all the chocolate cake batter got all over? Or does this imply that there's still chocolate cake batter around which you could eat? Because I would eat that. If you look very closely, the gorilla took a bite out of the box. That's just cardboard. So what did we learn from this book? Ding dong, gorilla! I learned that gorillas like pizza. That's all. That's all I learned. I learned gorillas like pizza. What did you learn? I learned that gorillas You heard it from here, from the Gwendolyn and the Skittles. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Storytime with Gwendolyn, a story a day till Gwendylmas, which is December 25th because that's my birthday. This was Ding Dong Gorilla, written by Michelle Robinson, illustrated by Leonie Lord. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for joining me, and tune in tomorrow for another story a day till Gwendylmas. Imagine I have a jingle.